Hello. It is Wednesday, B.R.A webinar day on June 3rd, 2020. Post Peaceful March right down 2nd Avenue. We tried to get an upload of our iPhone, but it didn't happen. So you'll have to go to my Instagram to see the live action. We love the peaceful marches. We're supporting all of that. So let me go to F8 and say welcome, everybody. It is 5 o'clock, or getting close to 5 o'clock, and I sent out an agenda with permits, bras on a loop, bra collection. I put a lot on there, tickets. And I thought to get through it, what we usually do is we record these because some people can make it, some people can't make it. But the videos of the webinar and how-to has worked really well. We have them all on our YouTube channel, and we try to categorize them. Last month was great. It was my good friend and event guru from Hong Kong and New York, Maureen Earls, and she gave a great talk with me. We chatted about sustainability and events, which is hard to do. And I think a lot of what we're facing right now and looking at right now and trying to process right now is on lots of levels. And on my level, it's zero waste and climate change, pollution, little problems like that. I think, I know that I look for voices of solution, and there's never a solution that is like, okay, we fixed it. It's always a solution for, well, here is a process of change, and here is how we can evolve into it. We're not going to get rid of all coal plants. We're not going to get rid of oil drilling or electric, but we're slowly going to go into renewable energies, recycling, upcycling, changing from plastics to maybe mushroom-based products, paper to reusables, or even like your banking statements going paperless. Maybe I'll write that down for the next meeting to say some of the positive things, because that one change of paperless bank statements, I think Citibank has a post on their paperless statements tab of how many trees that saved. So there are good things happening, and I like to promote those. Plus, I like to think of solutions. And that's what B.R.A does. It's a green marketing tool for charities or schools or fundraisers or brands or retailers, that you can offer a green recycling solution, engage your consumers, find out who cares about that, which you'll be shocked to know just about everybody, not just millennials or Gen X's, baby boomers, every age really cares about that. And then you're providing for them an action that they can talk about, that they can post on social media. And we provide those types of tools so that you can sort of use our agency to become, oh, hey, I think Sheila just joined us on the call. I cannot believe it's you. Is it you? Is it really you? I don't know. Come on, I want to, oh, there she is. I don't know if I can hear. Can I hear? Do I have to click on somebody to hear their voice?
She should be live. Let's see.
It says mute. Maybe I unmute it. We're clicking now. Okay, here, I could say here, hi Sheila.
Hi,
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh my God.
Oh my God. The time is now. Time to make it happen.
It certainly is. Sheila, did you ever meet Kamal?
I
Hey,
did
Sheila.
it. Hi, Kamal.
Hey, how are you?
You have met Kamal?
No.
No.
Okay. Kamal and I met about in year 2000, and we've been working together in some capacity or other since the year 2000.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Wow.
I think I met Kathleen in the year 1987.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
87. And I have to say, you look unbelievable. You look exactly the same as ever. The same KK that always inspired. She has not
Yes.
changed one bit.
Thank you.
Oh boy. And Kamal, are you doing bra recycling? Every man's
Yeah,
dream?
you betcha. I was there since the beginning.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
well, if you go to the home page, I got a story to tell you. If you go to the home page, BRArecyclingagency.com, which maybe you've done, and you see the video of me in Tennessee with the plant with all the, bras chopping up.
Uh-huh.
Kamal was the cameraman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
He came with me to Tennessee to film that. We have a couple of little documentary style videos on the YouTube channel. But yeah, that was 2010.
Wow.
A while ago.
Wow.
And now we're just, it's about a week now. We just launched a new Kamal doesn't even know this. We launched a new factory capacity in Columbus, Ohio, which coincidentally is near Victoria's Secret, but we didn't do it because of that. But the Tennessee plant is really an industrial plant. So, their minimums are like they just do colossal sizes. So we did one with them, and then we just couldn't keep supplying that, and they didn't want to stop and start. So we have a new facility in Columbus, Ohio, with a brand new magnet machine. So
Oh, wow.
I know, the machinery. I joke around. I say I used to like to buy Manolo Blahniks, and now
Oh, yes.
So, are there any plans to go beyond the recycling of sorry, the carpet padding?
You know, I had, it's funny. I just moved to an apartment on the Upper East Side that I bought in 1987, which is bizarre. But um, I did just a big move, so everything is sort of out of the boxes as of 2 hours ago. I moved this week, so I had a week to do this. But I don't have the carpet padding. But the reason I chose the carpet padding is a lot of people claim recycling, and I've done some articles about this, and just whenever I talk, I seem to go into this subject. But when you have something that you want to recycle, you have to make something out of it. Otherwise, it's not recycling.
Mm-hmm.
So you really can't make anything else out of chopped up bras that will work other than carpet padding. Because in the bra, there's so many components, the ring and slide, that gets shifted out, and that goes to bottle top companies.
Okay.
So the ring and slide, I think, is a number 7 plastic,
Mm-hmm.
which is the bottle top, which is different than the bottle. So,
Mm-hmm.
but there are bottle top companies up and running. So that gets shifted in stage 2, and that goes to bottle top companies. The rest of the fluff is the polyurethane, the spandex, and textile and lace bits.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to congeal that with other stuff. You can't make anything out of just those bits and beads and grinds. It has to be like congealed into something else, and that's where carpet padding comes from. Plus, I have a partner, Leggett and Platt, who invested in the time to do my trials. These things are tens of thousands of dollars, a try, literally, just for one, hey, here's 10,000, give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
So they invested in that. And so why would I want to do something else when, for me, I figured that out. I have the product. I figured out how to chop a bra, take out the plastic ring and slide, suck out the underwire with magnets, and did the carpet padding. Voila. Now I have to figure out how to pay the bill. Because in recycling or green, you know, there's on July 8th, I'll probably send out, I'll put it up on my website, is the second Fashion Innovate, which is sponsored by BOF and United Nations. And, you know, they have like 20 partners that are helping them. And it's talks about sustainability in fashion, mainly fashion. You hear the SDGs, that's the social goals set by the United Nations. There are 16 of them. And what you're supposed to do as a fashion sustainable company is pick one of the 16 and have that as your goal. It's funny, number 13 is kindness. For sustainability, it's actually listed as one of the things. And one of the kids in the contest, I only know it because she used, you have to pick an SDG goal from United Nations to be in the contest. I was the judge, and she picked number 13, which was kindness. So that's how I learned that one.
That's pretty cool.
But a lot of, you know, there's two big complaints that consumers won't pay for sustainability because it's expensive at times. The other complaint is it real? So back to your thing, you know, coming back to your thing about carpet padding, I really climbed the mountain and got it to be real. It's really recycled. It really will. Commercial carpet padding lasts for about 30 years.
Okay.
Well, you know, like here, this is 35 years. This, right? I ripped up the carpet padding, but your padding can last in a, especially commercial facility, 30 years. So what you try to do is you mitigate the, you know, the fossil fuel trucks going to landfill and the ocean waste. You put a pause on that, and now this pause is 30 years. And by 30 years from now, we would have thought of something else.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. So that's what recycling does also. It reduces how much you need. So we're reducing how much carpet padding needs of new stuff. We're providing that with something that exists already. So we're doing a pause on bras going to landfill, and we're doing a pause on oil-based, petroleum-based materials, which is foam that goes into carpet padding. So we're pausing and pausing, and, you know, it'll be 30 years, and that's just about enough for me.
Yeah, I'll say.
Right? That, yeah, because everyone hits me on the head. They're like, well, why don't you do this? Why are you like, hey, you know, like nobody's doing anything. So, and if I could, you know, as I live and breathe it, the numbers are colossal. So underwear, you know, by Hanes globally, Playtex, Fruit of the Loom, bras, it's a massive 500 million every year. So just taking 50,000 tons a month out of landfill is plenty. So if I could do 10% of that, that would make an effect. And the proof of the effect is what has happened with COVID, in that no cars on the street, right? Nobody commuting. The environment, the air quality has healed itself in a way. Like, you know, there's plenty of articles out there. You know, maybe I'll write the paperless. I'll put the, you know, because, you know, I'm part of Climate Reality Project. So they have so many articles about how the climate has improved. So, you know, so even 10% out of landfill will make a difference. And now everybody is focused on ocean waste. I mean, and we're focused on it because it's hitting everyone. It's the equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
So COVID has hit certain sections and certain countries and certain, areas of our population differently. But plastic in the ocean is an equalizer where it affects everybody's food.
Mm-hmm.
It affects everybody's beaches. And so, people are starting to really say, what are we going to do about that?
Yeah.
The ocean waste. And it's not an easy solution, and it won't be one solution. It'll be the guy who has the superpower net, the kid. He's got, like, he went viral. He has a steamship, and he has this net system, which scoops up a lot of plastic. And then TerraCycle is working with him, and they're using the plastic that they reclaim from the ocean to make shampoo bottles for Procter and Gamble.
Mm. Pretty brilliant.
It's brilliant because he figured out a way to get Procter and Gamble to pay the bill.
Yeah.
So he says to Procter and Gamble, and he has said it for 15 years, maybe 20, and everybody said no, but they're saying yes now. So that's my business model.
Mm-hmm.
My business model is, hey, Hanes, Playtex, Victoria's Secret, Target, Walmart, Macy's. You want to try doing what I've done from scratch. Right? You got to invest your payroll, your people, healthcare, vacation pay, put a whole team on, or you could just hire us.
Right. Right.
We're doing it legit with big companies like Leggett and Platt. And we have capacity because all the capacity we have is, municipal level. So we can handle 300,000 bras a day. And we're paying attention because we have figured out on our website, and it's the services are growing, every month, about things that you can buy from us that turn into trade-ins and new sales.
Which is awesome. Yeah,
because if we're just saying, you should be guilty and you should pay, people have tried that. The companies don't buy it. But if you say, hey, we just did have a case study where a big company purchased our on-site recycling. They did it by section of the country. Hey, Daniela. Daniela is our new intern from the Under Fashion Club.
Hi, Daniela.
Hey, Daniela.
Hi, how are you?
Great,
Can you hear me?
Great. Yes, we hear you beautifully. Welcome. So, hey, sweetheart. Oh, that's you. Oh, I see you. I see you, because we've just had chitty chit chats. So, the case study was this large company bought online our on-site recycling package.
Okay.
And a lot of what I've done is I've turned the conversation into math. And I had to do it because when Kamal and when he came with me, we're videoing, we're like, oh my God, we figured something out. It took us 2 years, probably to 2012, till we got everyone to help us pay for all the testing, and it worked. So now I'm figuring, oh my God, I'm too hot for my own life. Oh, excuse me, I can recycle bras. Let me have a glass of wine, right? Yeah, I don't drink, but there you go. So now I'm like, hey, I can do this. Everybody said, all the companies, the stores, the retailers, the brands, they said, well, what would it cost us? And I just was like, I'll get back to you.
Mhm.
And that was terrible because I wasted a lot of, well, actually the timing, in 2000, even 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, it was still a little early anyway. People weren't ready to go, brands weren't ready, or they weren't being pushed to this level to offer any kind of sustainable message, but now they are. So I spent about, I guess, 2 years easily, 24 months easily, monetizing every which way I could sell it. Hey, you want a social media link? It's this much money. Hey, you want to collect them in your store? It's this much money. Hey, you want a sign for your store? Come on in, we recycle here. It's this much money. Hey, you want to do text B.R.A to 79274 with your own link to your own store? Hey, it's this much money.
Mm-hmm.
We have mobile platforms, we have downloadables, and I could show you one, as I answer your question, longest question. But that was the key. The key is now I can have calls with Victoria's Secret, Third Love, Playtex, Soma, Nudies, whatever the company is, and say, hey, I will curate an experience for you. And I could do it two ways. I could just say, hey, we can do a la carte. So you can do a bin, maybe an envelope. I had one of the envelope. Oh, here, like Hanky Panky buys envelopes. So these are about $15,000 for 7,000 of them. So they're like $2 a piece. But I had to figure out how much for the printing, how much for the envelope, because printing is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And then how much, because when they give these away with their link on the back and they can track the sales, I have to receive that. No matter what, I have to pay that bill. Because all these are coming in, and Kathleen and B.R.A has to pay for the bill. So I've calculated that. It's up on the website, and people could check out on their check card and buy the envelopes and track their sales.
So how does it turn around? So they buy the envelopes from you, and now somebody's tracking how many came from this place or that place, or
No, we don't have tracking on the envelopes. We just, okay, what we do on the envelopes is we do a guesstimate, because I don't have a UPC code. If I had a UPC code and the receiver would receive it, and they could track really not where it's coming from, but they could track that it's coming from this program, the Hanky Panky program. That would make the envelope like $3.
So, but just you have to go back a little for me, because I think the idea is brilliant. I'm trying to connect how it works. So if they buy the envelopes from you, you send them the pre-printed envelopes, right? Are they writing this off for tax? Like how are they, where does it benefit? Like, you want to sell me 7,000 envelopes. I'm like, okay, so what do I get? I get to say I'm in sustainability. Like, that's it.
That's a big one.
I know it's a big one. I'm just trying, because I know how you work, so I know there's more to it than that. That's why I'm asking for all the little plugs. Why do I want to do this, right? I mean, I think it's brilliant. I think it's a direction. I think the timing's perfect. I mean, I spent 10 years, but I mean, it's time for it to crack now. What are they getting out of it?
It's the question, actually, and it depends on what they buy. So I'll give you an example. The envelope will give you an estimate of how much landfill you saved. So on my phone right now, I have an app from a solar. I have solar panels on my home.
Okay.
So I bought the solar panels for $45,000.
Okay.
Okay. I got an app. Of course, it's not on my phone right now. I think they had an update and I didn't get the update. The app will tell me how many trees I'm saving.
Okay.
The app will tell me how much carbon emissions I'm saving. And the app will tell me another metric. So we give anyone who buys these a metric certificate. And I won't take the time to show you because I'll explain it because it's a great question. So when you're buying raw services, they're green marketing services. So if you buy a page in Vogue magazine, it's $250,000. What do you get out of that? Well,
probably not much today because everything's digital, right?
amen and hallelujah. So even publishers have trouble defining exactly what you're getting from it. So I'm not saying this is the worst example I have as a green marketing company for trackable response. Okay. But it is a great, and what I had to do with B.R.A services, I had to give a melange of baby steps. All right. So if you want to be, my ultimate thing is a certification. So there's LEED certifications for building. There's B Corp certifications for brands and retailers. There's a B.R.A certification. Basically, it's anywhere from a nickel to 20 cents a bra. So for a nickel, a bra, I'll do a calculation. So if you were to buy a full certification, it's the cheapest way to interact, to have a sustainable message and a recycling message with B.R.A. So if a nickel times, well, Victoria's Secret sells 85 million bras a year.
Okay.
All right. So let's say a smaller company sells not 40 million, 10 million, let's say 8 million. Times 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, times 8 million. That's $400,000 they would give B.R.A. Okay. So for $400,000, they're going to be able to put on their hang tag, hey, you can recycle this bra. B.R.A. Text bra to 79274 and we will send you a link on your phone when it's finished to recycle it. So now instead of selling one bra and then going and buying another page in Vogue magazine because we hope you come back because you really like us, now you have something called bras on a loop. It's annuity fashion. It's circular fashion. So for $400,000, you can put the circularity on your hang tag. Now you're connecting them. You can sign up online. So it could say, hey, go to our URL and get the next one at 10% off. They could do whatever marketing they want. So now this one customer who bought the bra it's like a car lease. You buy a car, you put it on lease, you bring it back, you get the same car. It's like for a bra, instead of one, and then you go to J. Crew, and then you go to Macy's. Now you have a connection. But you say, okay, 400,000 bras is a lot. Well, if you sold 8 million bras and you had that hang tag, you got, say, 10% of those bras 800,000 bras actually came back again. And by the way, they could have all the competition come back as recycling.
Mm-hmm.
So now for $400,000, which by the way, a Vogue magazine ad is $250,000 for one page for 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
This is the numbers we're talking about. This
Mm-hmm.
is, this is really, you start to be in it, and this is what people are buying.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so 10% of the bras came back on a loop. You have their name, their email. You're going to email them in 6 months. Hey, it's time for a new bra. Take this one for 10% off. They might not even recycle it. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
They might keep it, but they're going to buy another one for 10% because they signed up for the recycling program, or they're on their mobile phone. Hey, ding, ding. It's 6 months. You want another one?
Mm-hmm.
I just took all my other bras, all their competitors who they're sweating and like they're buying from Third Love. They're not buying from me. Now all the competitor bras, hey, I'll give them to you. You recycle them. And now the marketing team can say, hey, for every of my bra, you get 10% off. And if you have another bra and you're converting to us, we're going to give you 20% off.
Mm.
When you do some marketing studies,
Mm-hmm.
a Starbucks customer, a Starbucks marketing vice president,
Mm-hmm.
create a marketing campaign to Starbucks customers, cost $10 million, and they're going to grow more interaction with their Starbucks customers for $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask that same marketing department in Starbucks, hey, how much you got to spend to get the Dunkin' Donuts customer over to you?
Mm-hmm.
Exponential.
Oh, ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to spend 100 million. So conversion is one of the most expensive points of marketing out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. You get Starbucks. So if you are Maidenform and you're certified and it costs you $400,000 and you got 10%, 800,000 bras to come back on a loop with no extra sales, no extra Vogue magazine. They're connected. You got their data. You got their email. You got their mobile phone. You're telling them, hey, come back. So how much is a bra? $30?
More than that.
Right. You want to say four?
Yeah.
Let's say 30. What do you want to say?
You could say 30. It's fine, but I think they're more.
So if 10% of them come back, okay, Sheila DeWalt, okay, guess how much sales are going to do? $24 million.
Yeah.
Biting my arm off.
I know.
For $400,000, but I need help.
Yeah.
Communicating that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And I'm building now a deck, and I'm trying to dedicate time. I got to go to venture capital. I got to buy ads. I have to grow. But that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was 1%, it's $2.4 million on $400,000, and we can convert. We can convert brands, and you own them for life. And you got a recycling message that your competitors don't have.
Are they able to write this whole thing off? Like anything do they write off in terms of tax? I'm just curious. No?
No. You got to get involved with your elected officials about that. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Green is not the only thing in green that the only thing you can deduct is if you're a business and you're buying machinery. And it's only grants. There is no tax deduction. For instance, I'll give you an example. I compost. Okay. So none of my food goes to the garbage. So I pay $25 a month for about 9 years now. And all my food gets pickled in the bucket with a method, and the girl picks it up and it goes to community gardens. and I reduce my garbage from food to like this much,
Mhm.
right? I don't know what $25. You want to get another $25 a month for 9 years is like, what, $6,000.
Mhm.
There's nothing I can deduct on my taxes for that. But I reduced landfill and
Mhm.
reduced carbon emissions because the
Mhm.
biggest emitter in the waste movement of emissions
Mhm.
is food.
Mhm.
So it's like cow farts,
Right.
and food.
Mhm.
Really.
Yep.
But no one's given me a tax deduction. I bought the solar panels,
Mhm.
and I got $13,000 of the 45,000 deducted from my federal government at the end of the Obama administration. Then it was eliminated.
Mm. Interesting.
Yeah, so but we subsidize, but that's something that you have to take a pen and pencil out and write your congressman.
Mhm. Okay.
Because we should be getting paid or bonus or subsidized
For sure.
for making those initial moves, because it's just like, we were all there, you were there too, computers in the 80s,
Mhm.
dollars,
Mhm.
now it's $600,
Mhm.
right? But
Yeah.
the people who bought them for the million really, on their back,
Mhm.
are able to, transform our lives. So the what's great about besides the 24 million for 400,000 example, and they get to say they're sustainable, and they get to really, they could put that on social media, and they can put the link to the hang tag. They could put it on social media, and people, they're going to track that, because we can tell them, hey, you got 16,000 downloads today. I should show you the Webex. So when you text B.R.A to 79274, we
Mhm.
see everybody on our platform. We have a platform like a dashboard
Mhm.
on this one. I gotta have that for the next one. So we have a dashboard which shows how many people are signing up to that as text. And in the text, now I'm going to show you this. Okay, I'm going to share it with us. There she is. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, okay. Oh, if Kamal could see it, you should be able to see it.
Yeah. Are you calling in, or are you on computer, Sheila?
I'm on a computer, yeah.
Can you see my screen with all the bras?
No, I only see you guys on the right. Why am I not seeing it? It says I'm viewing it. Let me see if I have to get bigger. No. I don't know why I can't see it. I mean, I have been on the website, but no, that's weird. Why can't I see it?
And you're using a Mac or a PC, or?
Yeah, I'm on a Mac.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
Well, what you would see is a sign-up form, and any of these brands would get their own sign-up form,
Okay.
and they can craft the sign-up form to ask any question they want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like Hanky Panky gives the envelopes away for free because she is committed to sustainability. She even puts on her envelope that you can find out more about her sustainability activities on her website.
Okay.
So she didn't want to spend $400,000.
Okay.
And not everybody does, even 100,000, even 50,000, even 20,000. So with that kind of number, you get the sign up form, which I can track. We ask people what brands they're returning. So if this is the maiden form tracker, the person on the other end is going to receive a free recycling label, which is a little bit of a value. So if you're in the marketing world, a lot of people say, hey, you can't just say sign up, sign up, sign up. No one cares. You have to give them a contest, or you have to give them a reason, a raison d'etre to sign up, or a little value like, hey, here's a free white paper. Or hey, here's a free little gift, free sample, to capture their data of their name. So what this B.R.A recycling does for brands is it allows us to make a custom landing page sign up form for them. And then we can say, hey, what's your email? We'll send you a free recycling label. How many bras are you recycling? That's what mine says. And it says, what brands are you recycling? And the public is willing to tell me how many they're going to send in, what brands they're going to send in, because they, millions of people want to do the right thing, and they don't want to pay. So it would say, hey, and if you fill this out, we'll send you a free B.R.A recycling label, and we'll also send you a link to our top new product, and we'll give you 10% off for being green. So now you have the pull of a coupon, a free thing. I'm going to recycle. I can tell my friends. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All I have to do is tell them what brands I buy. That's not so bad. So I have on my dashboard all day long people texting or doing the email, because I offer both. And it says Soma, Third Love, Victoria's Secret. It's like all the information there.
So when you get the bras back, right? In this case, versus a big company, right?
Right.
You've bought a bin, you've paid for a bin, and then you're going to mail them in. Is that correct?
In this case, you can't see my screen, right?
No, but I know you have a couple different ways, because like when we did it for the baby shower or the bridal shower.
Yes, that was a mistake.
Yeah, well, but you could, if you went to a restaurant who sponsors baby shower or whatever, right? They could buy a bin, right? Isn't that how it was working as well? That's another option, a smaller level.
Absolutely, exactly. Yes, you buy a bin, and the bin, if you go online, I'm not going to waste your time if you can't see the screen, but I would normally go to my bin section on my website, and there's two options. The cheaper one, or the cheapest way to buy it, is you can buy the generic. It says B.R.A. That's the cheapest one. Or you can buy the custom one, because your breast can't, a lot of these charities like them. And you could do that, and it comes with the bin, and it comes with a carton, the prepaid label. And at the end, you stuff the bras in the carton, you call UPS, it's all paid for in your purchase.
Okay. Yeah, because you could actually do a launch to doctor's offices for that and get.
Adore that. I always loved doctor's offices.
Hospitals. Like, I work in pharmacy, so, there's just so many opportunities, I think. But those are much smaller scale, right? That's like your local everyday, your yoga center. Do you take back, yoga bras? Like, do they have to be an official bra, or could it be?
No.
Yeah, so there's like, I mean, that's where I initially thought of it, but I actually like your Victoria's Secret idea much better, because that's a bigger scale, and it totally makes sense in terms of the advertising savings and still connecting to that, that touch point with the customer. So
It's both, they're both good. You have to have one plus the other. What excites me about hospitals and schools and charities, because most of these calls, like, we talk, sometimes people can come to the call. Sometimes we just record them and send them out. And some charities say, I can't make it Wednesday at 5, but can I book a call? So it's almost like a little way for me to, let everybody know I'm available and we do this. But with charities and your hospital idea, which is a bigger play, we've done this before too. So say, for instance, the hospital wants to recycle bras because everybody has come to the hospitals, wants to throw out what they used while they were at the hospital. We can get a sponsor for that.
Okay.
So we can send out an email to Maidenform, but we also have corporations who are on our email list, like Ford, Microsoft. Those are very big. They're all big, really. Budget Rent-A-Car, AT&T. So we can say to AT&T, we have 20 hospitals in the New York area that want the bins. They're $600 a piece. Just to put your name on it, we're going to give the hospital the sponsorship fee. And we would say to the hospital, hey, let's try to raise, we always think of a number when we're trying to raise money for a hospital or a school or a university. So say we want $10,000. We can create a flyer, like a poster on, you can, all these apps are so easy. So, hey, AT&T will, or we send it out. So local hospital raising money to recycle bras, reduce landfill, reduce emissions, collection, make available for the local women who live in the area. And hey, it's a sponsorship opportunity, AT&T. It's $10,000. So we keep 20%, so we get 2, and the hospital gets 8.
Yeah, well, because even for doctors, there's so many, cancer survivors. Like, for example, you remember Lisa, who used to work with us, right? Lisa had breast cancer, and a couple years ago, she was in, this is several years ago, she's a survivor for probably about 13 years now. And her doctor has a fashion show in one of the medical facilities, and they look for donations, right? So, I mean, it would be a great place because he has all the survivors. So Lisa went up with many other women who survived cancer, and all their donations come from Saks and all of these places, and they put on these fashion shows. So, I mean, that's another, I think, area that could be interested. But again, there's still, the hospitals usually own these doctors at this point. A lot of them doctors are less independent these days, where they belong to the medical center, and then they have a medical arts building for cancer survivors, and all the doctors actually work for the hospital instead of, independently. So yeah, there could be some really, I think, a lot of it.
Your idea about Lisa and the fashion show is great for us too, because we turn our bras into red carpet padding. We have red carpet that we do. I mean, that's our biggest charity thing we do.
Yeah, that was amazing. Red carpet events for schools, for everything. I thought that was brilliant.
The fashion show could say, hey, we're going to feature B.R.A, red carpet and padding. And then we ship a kit. It's $1,000. But we never ship the kit unless we get the sponsorship money first. So I'll give you an example. In the Hamptons, this hotel does this fundraiser for the local hospital, and it's Southampton Hospital. So they send out an invitation, and if you had the screen share, what I do is I go through a PowerPoint of all the different invitations that have gone out there to let people we email them to people, use it as a template. And so the invitation says, hey, our hotel is going to have a party. We're going to have red carpet, and it's made of recycled bras. We're going to reduce your cup prints, fun stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to sponsor and get your name on social media and all the press pictures by having your name on the red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
It's $5,000 to have your name on the red carpet, and we give you a big poster. And I have the kits done already. So, we have a little, like a picture of the carpet and the kit and the plaques and all that. We're up and running with that.
That's awesome.
So they send it out as an invitation, and this happens a lot. So you can buy a table for $25,000, or you can buy tickets for $600, or you could buy the red carpet as a sponsor for $5,000. It's just one of the many things.
Mm-hmm.
So the hotel sent it out for $5,000. They got 4 people to say yes. They said, "Well, what should we do?" I said, "We'll take all the money." Because get $20,000. I will make a plaque. I supply 4 plaques.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell people they would be all 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 20. I only got the flat fee of the $1,000, but people never go to the checkout to buy my kit unless our little behind the scenes sponsorship stuff works. So they got 20,000. They were happy to give me 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah. And we also support by creating email blasts that go to Fortune 500 companies, that go to all the intimate apparel companies, and those lists are building all the time. So, if we have breast cancer party or fundraiser or a school or a hospital, they would say, we would walk them through the steps. First, you create a flyer, give us a flyer, we'll send it out. If we get leads or we get the money for you, we'll keep 20%, we'll give you 80. And if you get the money, which in the case of the hotel, they got the sponsor, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Keep all the money.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get it for you, we keep 20.
Mm-hmm.
If you get it, you keep all of it. You just have to buy our kit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's, and that's good for everybody. It's good for B.R.A, for our marketing. And, it connects us also. Like if I want to sell a Lululemon, well, they might not want to be certified right away. They got to have 10,000 teams look at it. But Lululemon might want to sponsor the B.R.A red carpet for your event.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different way. And then they have a good experience with us with, charity event, lots of great pictures. Now we have a relationship. So now I go to Lululemon and say, you would, expand your customer connections
Mm-hmm.
exponentially by offering bras on a loop or circular fashion, or buy a jog bra, get a new yoga bra,
Right.
or connect with a yoga big company. Put a bin in every Soul Cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored by Lululemon.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brilliant. 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 Good stuff.
So, for me to have people out there, we have something called Green Guys and Goddesses.
Okay.
And so it's like, a glorified agent, really.
Mm-hmm.
And you would be a green guy and goddess, and you would have be our agent, and there's 3 ways you share. You get a percentage, and then we're going to put together a dividend pile.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the venture capital concept, where we're always going to have like a kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is going to share in like a 5% kitty at the end of the year.
Okay.
And then you get a bonus for the big products, which are the certification and the downloadables. So the certification is anywhere from like 50,000 to 200,000. $400,000 is going to be rare.
Mm-hmm.
But in the area of 60 grand to 200 grand is that, I think, an attainable goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would get a bonus on those. You get a percentage plus a bonus. And for the advertising, we're working on advertising. So we could sell it like when you text B.R.A to 79274, you get a permit, which is basically a PDF version of this. So you get this and then you print it. But on my generic printable one, if you're texting or you're emailing, when you receive it with the address, I could sell advertising on that. I could sell that to Starbucks. I could sell that to Tesla. I could sell space on my downloadable, because anybody who's downloading this is a woman. You want to market to women and you want someone who cares about recycling, women and recycling, advertise on my permit. So we have, as part of a Green Guy and Goddess, you would get, there's a split, 38% comes off the top for hard costs of recycling, and the balance is split 50-50.
Okay.
So, we have like, we don't call it a contract, we call it an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. We just do bullet points. Like for us to spend, $8,000 in contract building with a legal is stupid.
I agree.
Yeah.
What about?
What's great about B.R.A is everything is paid for in advance. There's no. So if you want a certification for 400,000 because you can make 24 million, you prepay.
So who does that? How does the certification work? You redirect that, or how do you're not seeing the screen share. I could send you the link. What you do is, you're not seeing the screen share, huh? No.
All right.
My computer, I don't know why I can't see it.
Okay. We have a link that you go to. And if you want to be certified, you can buy 10 levels. Level 1 is 500,000 bras. That'll cost you $8,000. So you can buy 5,000 bras, 100,000 bras, 1 million bras, 10 million bras, 50 million bras, and like Victoria's Secret, 85 million bras. They bought 300,000 bras. They bought it online.
Wow.
Because I'm not in, because once somebody puts that on a tag, or once somebody does that, B.R.A is paying that bill. So if they're on a gravy train putting it on social media and they're creating people are sending in 100,000 bras, 300,000 bras, we're getting the bills. We got to pay them. So we and a lot of the fee that I have is really just to cover which is huge money.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, look at your property tax. With your property tax is schools and your trash. Trash is big, expensive. So I just, I can't hold, well, somebody's an unsatisfied customer and doesn't want to pay. I can't have that, because I'm going to get a bill for 25,000, for the month.
So they
or they could try little a la carte things. For 10,000, they don't have to buy 400,000, 250. So that's where the a la carte things. I have some a la carte things that are $150. So I allow people to experience the power of trade-ins. Women love to get money. Like, look at Facebook marketing, or look at Let Go, or look at eBay. People like to monetize their stuff. So, yeah, so we're actually monetizing the stuff, and the brands are using it as marketing and a way to get annuity on the same bra again and again and again, and own that data and own that email. So Green Guys and Goddesses, I'm hoping, the only way I'm going to be able to pull this off is if more people are able to articulate the options and have meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you get is a green guy and goddess, which I'm hoping you'll consider. And, because it's early days, so I'm going to be making a lot of failures. I'm going to be making a lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So the more people do it, the more I'll learn where the cracks are.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only way. So we can offer a lot of technology.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get your own Schedule Once page with your picture on it.
Okay.
And you can send a hospital a link and they can book a call, because the back and forth with, are you available Wednesday at 2:00? That's so you'd get a calendar with our logo and your picture, and then you could start pitching and getting booked calls for free. And then once you have a client or someone that wants to buy something, the website, you can click and send them the link, and either they buy it or they don't. But it's not something that you have to come back to me, or, obviously you can come to me anytime, but you don't have to come back to the company and say, I have this thing, they're really wondering, you don't have to, here's the choices. This is $80, this is $1,000, and people like that better too. Like, I've noticed people love less conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They really like, okay, I want an envelope. It's 10,000. Here's the link. Great. Thank you.
Right.
Or, we really want to put it on our hang tag, but we don't want the expense of a full certification for 60,000. I can say, buy it a la carte. It'll cost you 3,200. Great. Where's the link? I'll buy it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if I go on the website, I'll have access to that information, or you have to send it to somebody?
No, it's all public.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make this really transparent, open to the public. The only thing that is a private link is the certification.
Okay.
Because now you're talking about 800,000, 400,000, 600,000. I really don't want to put that out there publicly.
Okay.
And anyway, no, I'm not going to wake up and see in my shopping cart an order for $180,000.
Right.
People want conversation anyway, and it makes it special. Like, hey, you have to be invited to get the link.
Definitely. It's a bigger investment, so. Okay. I think it's brilliant. I just have to go through it. I wanted to ask you, for sustainability, is there something in particular you recommend reading? Like, do you have a favorite, something that educated you? I mean, look, I don't know everything about it, so if you had something, I'd take your suggestion, but otherwise there's plenty of things I can look up for sure.
Well, the two things that come to mind that really blew me away, really, because, everybody, it's sort of like, one of these trends that everybody's kind of jumping on, and some people are, they're just obviously taking advantage of the trend. The company that has it magnificently is Fashion Innovate, and they're having their webinar July 8th, but it's from people all over the world. It's like Diane von Furstenberg, United Nations, Mark Jacobs, the head of the water supply of African nations, and it's the real thing. And they have not only those webinars, they have them like 3 times a year. You'd be invited to them. You learn, it's all day, so you can go in, go out. But just the list of people or, people to know. But they also have, newsletters and things that link you to resources that are well vetted and well researched. The other that, is the top of the top is Al Gore Climate Reality Project.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. I trained with him actually in 2018, and I got my license to give the slides. And Kamal is a masterful musical DJ, and we put together a playlist to show the slideshow to music. with music and my narration. It's called Climate Reality Project Amplified. But anyway, the resources on the Al Gore Climate Reality Project website, you know, are the best in the world. I mean, he pretty much put together the Paris Accord, you know, with, you know, everybody's on there. That's great. And in terms of books, okay, go no further. Go no further than Naomi Klein.
Okay.
Okay, that's the one name. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Naomi Klein. Naomi Klein just wrote The Green New Deal, burning down, House on Fire. It's about how we're going to get the infrastructure in the Green New Deal. But she's you know, legendary. She's educated. She's world traveled. She's beautiful. She is everybody's everything. Naomi Klein is the name to know.
Cool.
And in terms of ocean waste, the best woman fighting against protecting whales and dolphins and sharks, which is they're actually bottom feeders. So they're eating all our junk, which we need. Okay, they're eating the plant by its terror. That's a tragedy. But we can't kill them anymore because they eat the funk naturally. So if we kill them, we have no one eating the garbage that goes into, like the carbon that goes into the ocean. And her name, believe it or not, is Ocean Ramsey.
Wow.
It's got to be a stage name, but they say it's her name.
Wow.
But if you anything Ocean Ramsey, you know, you're gonna be blown away. It's amazing. You know, she's like the new Jacques Cousteau.
Okay.
She's, you know, and she's, you know, she's like incredible. And she's maybe 28, 29 years old. And she's in every, you know, she's in every global meeting and the, you know, speaker of oceans around. She's flying all over, you know, so she's doing the diving work, collecting the data, writing the books, writing the papers, and also advocating by traveling the world and giving her show. So Ocean Ramsey. Other than that,
that's a good place to start. Look, I've been intrigued since, you know, for a while now. It's just I'm kind of bolted down. Especially now we're considered frontline, you know, the pharmacies. Actually, I just found out one of my pharmacists in the city passed away. It's awful because from COVID, like, but they're on the front line, so it's been crazy. But I'm looking to break out, so I have to do a little more, learn more, and I mean, selling. This to me is way more exciting than selling pharmacy systems. But you know, I'm ready for a change. I just I have to figure it all out and at least try and get some started on the side and see where I can go with it, because it seems like a no-brainer to me, and it seems like it could be a lot of fun. You know.
yes, and you know, we have certificates. So, you know, as you're selling your products, you're going to get a certificate of how much plastic, textile that your products that you sold actually reduced.
That's awesome. Who did do you have the app? Somebody did it for you?
I don't have an app. I just have the text.
Okay. Okay. Well, when you get ready for an app, I got a guy in Jersey who might be able to help you.
Okay.
On the QT. I got some programming friends.
Really? Okay, great. Well, I would only say to you, you're very, you know, really feel welcome. Really feel welcome and use me. In other words, I have this call every month. This is exactly why I have the call. To show, to scribe, to share. If people don't use me because they don't want to bother me or this, that, it's stupid. What I'm doing it for.
Yeah, no, I would get on
a call every month. Book a call with me. call me,
Okay.
email me, ask me. This is what I'm here. I'm doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was much more when the first one I sat in on, and you guys were talking about things I wasn't really following. So this, I mean, I didn't know you were involved at that point with all these fashion. Like I've seen you writing about it, but now it makes total sense. I didn't know how you were sort of angling that. So this is great.
Yeah, we got a long way to go. I mean,
Yeah, that's okay.
we got a long way to go.
That's okay. I like I said, I do think it's like, it's like buying organic, right? Like everybody, and you know this, it's still a battle, right? People say, how do you know it's organic? I said, well, because it says it's certified, but I still have a better chance that it's organic than if I don't buy organic. Like people still like resist a lot of this stuff, but it is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, and you let them resist. I don't, people will be ready when they're ready.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this was awesome. Thank you. I'm gonna
It's awesome that you joined in. I appreciate that, really.
no, I wanted to. The last 2 weeks or the last two times you had it, I got slammed on a call for something and I couldn't join. But this was good because I feel like I got my one-on-one tutoring. I'm gonna go back to the website and actually Daniela sent me a link, so I'm gonna look at that. I pulled it up and
Oh, fabulous.
brain.
Yeah, and I'll send you the link to the private link to the certification because it's like, ooh, it's sort of fun. You drop down, it's 50,000. You drop down, it's 200,000. It's sort of like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's
There you go.
cool.
Yeah.
I could see this. I just, again, it's learning how you're talking about it is what I have. The more you talk, like today, it made me think more than last time.
Yeah.
There were other people on it, so this is great. Okay, cool. I will definitely stay in touch with you, Kathleen, because
I love that. And don't burn your bra, recycle it.
that's it.
That's the slogan.
I like it. That's good.
Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he still there? I thought that they hung
Yeah.
up. I don't.
No, no, we on mute.
Oh, there you are.
Next time we have a Climate Reality Amplified show, we'll send you the invite.
Oh, yeah, I would love to.
Trying to figure out how to do it on Zoom because, we haven't, obviously.
Yeah, Zoom's free now, right? It's the big hot ticket and everybody can do it, right? So
I didn't know it was free.
I think they offered it free for a certain amount of time. I don't know how long
Yeah.
that's going to last because I know a lot of the schools were using it. So, I mean, not a corporate one because I work with a mentor in England and when she sends me a link now, I have to have a password, which I never did before. So I guess there's free versions and paid versions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
This is Webex. This is Cisco Webex. We've been using this for like, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years before all this stuff happened. So I didn't want to convert to Zoom because we pay for this and this platform and we know how to do it. And plus, we did hear there's some problems with Zoom and privacy, and this is very secure, although it's not as, consumer friendly as Zoom, but
Yeah.
it though.
There are some issues with Zoom. I know people were saying they were crashing and, putting pornography and stuff on where teachers teach.
I really don't want that.
No, definitely not. Bras are about as intimate
Fair
as
enough,
we
we're
need to
talking
get.
about bras here.
That's right. Bras are as intimate as we need to get.
That's it.
Well, this is cool. So I may have some more questions. I'm gonna pull up some of these sites and I'm gonna maybe look at some of these books. I don't know if which one I'm gonna go for. Ocean Naomi Klein. I think I'm gonna pull up hers and read about it, but give me some more information.
Okay, wonderful.
Well, thank you and good luck with your move.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, right.
How did you move in the middle of COVID? Who helped you? They're doing that? They're moving you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Wow.
It's actually in New York State, the governor called moving essential services.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good news because they call the liquor store essential services, and I'm like, yeah. When they open the casinos in Connecticut, and I'm like, I can't get a haircut, but someone can go to the casino. Are you kidding me? I mean, I have roots. I wouldn't even get on the video today. You look good, but I'm like, I need a haircut. I need it colored.
Me too.
Crazy. We'll get there. It's getting better.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank
I'll be in
you.
touch.
All right.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thanks for all the links, Danielle.